multifunctional agriculture is a difficult word. It means agriculture should serve more than one purpose. And within the ISTAT group, and particularly when we presented the report to governments, we got a lot of opposition to this term. There were countries that said multifunctionality is a useless concept. But what is it particularly? It means that, very simply, we expect agriculture, farms, or livestock, or fishery, or forestry, not to just work towards one purpose, but to think about not just producing grain, or producing timber, or producing animal feed, but to produce at the same time things that are equally important for nature, for natural resources to regenerate. Like you have to use soils in a way that they are not eroding, in a way that their fertility is not declining, or you have to use water in a way that the downstream users of the same river still have water. And all these are multifunctional aspects. You should never, as a farmer, you should not be allowed to take all the water upstream to your farm and let the downstreamers go dry. Or if there are animals downstream, like in Kenya, where in the lowlands, in the savannas, there are elephants and giraffes and so on, which use the water in these rivers, you should never be allowed to deplete the waters upstream. So multifunctionality is nothing else but a responsibility of agriculture, not just for a single purpose or just for a single farm, but looking at other purposes and other farms as well. And this multifunctionality means that on your farm, you may produce a little less than if you are very selfish and take all water and take all the land. But at the same time, you enable others to also produce. So multifunctionality is, at the end, again, quite a selfish principle. We want food to be produced for the next generation as well. We want a sustainable agricultural production. So we shouldn't extract as much as possible now, but we should use land in a way that it will carry on producing in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So multifunctionality is good for agriculture, good for the countries, and good for the international community, as well as good for the natural setting in which we are existing. And finally, this principle of multifunctionality was approved by nearly all governments, except very few, which we feel have to change their minds. But that takes time.